Here is Jadeveon Clowney on his first impressions. Now, Clowney's played with a lot of quarterbacks over the past 11 years, a lot of different teams. He's been around. He's with Bryce Young now in Carolina. Here's his first impression of his new teammate.
Bryce, quiet guy. I know he's just trying to fill it out. When you're a rookie, you don't want to step, but everybody's expecting bigger things from you because you're the quarterback. That's the only thing he don't know right now. Like, we kind of trying to pull him up there because he's the quarterback. The quarterback to me is like one of the biggest pieces in the National Football League. You know that everybody buy into their quarterback, the play of his quarterback. They carry the team, so we need Bryce to energy. Like I tell everybody, it's all about his energy. If you believe it or not, we want to see you believe it or feel it. And get guys to buy in and get on board with that. You can lead us if you just,
Are you seeing signs, though?
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. He's making plays. He just ain't no talker. I played with Deshaun Watson, who wasn't no talker either. But he can play. On Sunday, you never knew he didn't talk. But he can play. So.
If that's the key, you got to make up for it somewhere else. You got to speak with your play if you're not going to be that charismatic, natural-born leader that not many quarterbacks are, but there is, and Clowney's been around. He's been 5 teams in the past 6 seasons. And I remember, Chris, when I think you were with me, I might have interviewed him once by myself before you joined me.
Yeah.
We had Marcus Mariota early in his career. And, Marcus Mariota is a really nice guy. But I just remember thinking, not exactly the kind of guy that's going to lead a team into battle, which is fine. A lot of quarterbacks are that way, and they're successful. Deshaun Watson, case in point. But you want to see something. There needs to be a dynamic that is, going to get in someone's face when need be, going to say what needs to be said when maybe some guys in the locker room don't want to hear it. There's a Brady Manning element to it that you need to kind of grow into because he's still new, and it didn't go great for him last year,
right,
which will make him even more reticent.
Right.
Not quite a perspication, whatever it is. I've already forgotten what that frickin' word is. Anyway, in and out. I ain't going to be looking to drop that in conversation anytime soon because I already can't remember what it was. But there's a point where you just got to take over. You just got to take over. Look at how C.J. Stroud has blossomed, and it helps that he was great last year. He was as quiet as Bryce Young going into 2023, I think. Stroud has found his rhythm. He's found his way because he played incredibly well, and maybe that's the key. Young needs to make it happen on the field, and then maybe he'll become a little more forceful as a presence. But, when you're a smaller guy, too, and you're in this room full of giants, I think that makes it more naturally intimidating, and it's going to take longer to get to the point where you're comfortable being that guy that's going to step up and say what needs to be said.
Yeah, listen, he's got to assert himself somehow, right? The starting quarterback has to be, a known, felt presence on the football field on a daily basis, right? There's no somehow, some way, whether that's, oh my gosh, he just makes amazing plays, or the way he talks to his guys. Like, listen, like Joe Burrow's not a loud guy like that. But you see Joe Burrow mic'd up. He knows how to rib guys a little bit. Hey, Jamar, the end zone's over there. Why'd you get tackled at the 15? You got to bring some life to the team, right? And, yeah, Deshaun Watson, yeah, young, quiet, whatever, but he was doing things on the football field where they were going, oh, my gosh, he's just Mr. Smooth, Mr. Natural. So the talent did a lot of it for himself back in Houston in those days, right? But right now, yeah, Bryce Young, to your point, what you said, when I did my quarterback rankings, one of the words I wrote down was overwhelmed. He had a lot of games. It was hard to watch because you felt like, wow, he is not comfortable. He's overwhelmed, and he's just trying to survive the game. Forget do something good. He's just trying not to ruin the game or be a disaster, and that's tough. It's tough to lead that way. So that's where Dave Canales is going to have to bring it out of him and give him some confidence, to be that guy. And obviously, right, I don't think Jadeveon Clowney makes that comment unless coaches have kind of said they want to see that from Bryce Young. And, hey, can you help us with that a little bit, right? Or Dave Canales said something to him and a few of the defensive guys, let's get Bryce some energy and get him going doing that. I would think that's the reason Jadeveon Clowney made that type of comment, really.
That's a great point. They need to draw it out of him, and they need to get a return on this because it's clear the owner, the guy who was behind the decision to draft him, wants to get the most out of Bryce Young. That's what they're trying to do. All hands on deck to get the most out of the guy that they took after trading up from number 9 to number 1 last year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.